This morning's word is for the woman nobody sees, the one who holds the whole thing together and never once gets thanked for it. Baby, you remember everybody's appointments while nobody remembers yours. You show up, you fill the plates, you answer the phone at 2 in the morning, you carry the load so quiet that folks have stopped noticing there's a person underneath it, and a small aching thought has moved in and made itself at home. I could disappear, and it might take them a while to notice. If that's you this morning, doing everything and feeling invisible while you do it, don't scroll past your own name. Stay right here. This word was written for the one nobody sees. Let me be honest with you the way somebody who loves you would before I say one comforting thing. I'm not going to pretend being unseen doesn't hurt. It does. There's a specific loneliness in being needed by everybody and known by almost no one. The one who notices everyone, quietly wondering if anyone truly notices you. I won't rush you past that ache like it's nothing, because it isn't. And hear me, daughter. If feeling invisible has pulled you somewhere dark, if you've started to wonder whether you'd even be missed, this word is real encouragement, but it is not a substitute for help. Let a safe person carry some of this with you. Your pastor, a counselor, a doctor, a friend who will actually look at you. There's no shame in that. There's strength in it. Now hear this next part all the way down. Being overlooked by people is not the same thing as being unseen by God. If the woman God is still making you could sit down across from you this morning, she would not tell you that people suddenly started noticing. She wouldn't lie to you like that. She lived this exact invisibility. And here's what she'd say. I remember doing everything and feeling like furniture in my own life. There, useful, unlooked at. And I won't sell you a fairy tale. I'm not going to tell you everybody woke up grateful one day and started clapping. That's not what changed. What changed is deeper, and it holds even when the applause never comes. I found out I was being seen the whole time, fully, tenderly, by the one whose eyes never once slid past me. I stopped needing the room to notice me because I finally knew heaven already had. It wasn't the world deciding I was worth a look that steadied me. It was God settling my worth down inside me, so it stopped living and dying by whether anybody said thank you. Daughter, you were never invisible. You were being seen by the only eyes that were never going to look away. And there's one line in Scripture the woman God is making you goes back to every time the invisibility whispers that she doesn't matter. Here's where she goes. It's in Genesis, and you have to hear the woman it's about. Her name is Hagar. She was a servant, an Egyptian slave in another woman's house, handed around, used, and then mistreated so badly she ran off into the wilderness with nothing, pregnant and alone. Nobody in that house was out looking for her. She's about as overlooked and disposable as a woman could be in that whole story. And out there in the dust by a little spring of water in the middle of nowhere, God comes and finds her. Not the important people back at the house, her. And Hagar does something no one else in all of Scripture does. She gives God a name. Genesis 16, verse 13. So she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her, You are a God of seeing. For she said, Truly here I have seen him who looks after me. Sit with that, daughter, the invisible one, the used one, the runaway nobody chased. She is the one who looks up and says, You are the God who sees me. Now this is your auntie talking, not the verse. Hear what it means and what it doesn't say. It doesn't say her circumstances flipped overnight or that the house apologized. God saw her right there in the wilderness before one thing on the outside changed. So hear this. If God went all the way out into the dust to see a mistreated servant everyone else had written off, then the God looking at you this morning has not overlooked one single thing about your life. You are not furniture to him. You are not the help. You are seen. So before you go back out there and pick that invisibility back up, let's set it down for just a second on purpose. Put your hand over your heart, over the place that's been bracing to be forgotten, and say the thing being unseen has been trying to talk you out of, not just in your head, out loud or down in your spirit if the house is still sleeping. Say your own name first, gentle, the way God says it when he's looking right at you. Then say, I am not invisible. The God who sees is looking at me right now. Then, my worth is not waiting on somebody to notice it. He already has. Now breathe, daughter, slow. You don't have to earn a single glance. You are already seen all the way down. So here is your word sealed. You came in this morning half believing you'd faded into the background of your own life. Hear the truth sealed over it, daughter of the King. Carry these 3 things into your day. 1, being overlooked by people is not the same as being unseen by God. He sees you fully this very morning. 2, if he went to the wilderness for Hagar, he has not written off one thing about you. 3, your worth doesn't live or die by whether anybody thinks to thank you. It's my och steeds life mij, maar dit naast is maar settle be die soldaat eyes never leave you. Lift your head, baby. You are not furniture and you are not the help. You are seen. You are his, and that settles it. Sit with one question today, daughter. Where in your life have you been quietly sure you don't matter to anyone? And what changes if the same God who saw Hagar in the wilderness is looking right at you there? Tell me down in the comments. I read them like letters back. And come back tomorrow for the woman who's quietly afraid she's falling behind everyone else, watching the whole world seem to move on ahead of her. Come back for it, the way you come back to prayer.